NC State has challenged me to think and do. About 6 months ago, I started a new project that I call the 50 States album, where I'm writing one original song about every state in the United States, covering the basic history, geography, and economic structure. 15 down, 35 to go. Now, in about fourth grade across the country is where students start learning about their state history. So I signed a licensing agreement with Discovery Education, part of the Discovery Channel, for them to distribute this album to schools, teachers, and students nationwide. It's incredible how much information I've learned about the history of the United States by doing my research for these songs. For example, in New Jersey in the late 1800s, there was a guy named Thomas Edison. You may have heard of him. And Thomas Edison started a lab at a place called Menlo Park. And in Menlo Park, he invented all sorts of things. But I argue that one of the most important things he invented there was an innovation based upon a previous invention. He took a look at a light bulb, which he did not invent. He looked at the light bulb and said, we can do so much better. And then turned around and invented the first commercially viable incandescent light bulb and changed the world. Now this inspires me because I'm not the first person to think about creating music to help students learn. Think of something like very famous Schoolhouse Rocks, for example. But most of the songs that have been created to help students learn end up being mnemonic devices, meaning that you listen to this song a bunch of times and it gets stuck in your head and you memorize the lyrics, and by memorizing the lyrics you have learned what you needed to learn. That you have that list of information, or you know those definitions, or that you know that process now. What the intention of the 50 States album is to challenge students to discuss and interpret the lyrics to establish a deeper level of understanding, which is much more rigorous than just memorization. Now, in an interview that Edison gave, someone asked him about his genius. How are you able to do the things that you're going to do? How are you able to be this genius? And Edison responded brilliantly. He said, now keep in mind that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And I think this encapsulates the think and do mentality at NC State perfectly. NC State has challenged me to think, to come up with that spark, that invention. And NC State has also challenged me to do the hard work, to experience the perspiration necessary for making that invention a reality. If you would like to follow my progress on the 50 States album, please go to YouTube and type in Dr. Lodge 50 States. Thank you.